Everybody, it's Kathy Boyle. I'm president of Chapin Hill Advisors. Today we're interviewing another member of our Circle of Influence. Our Circle of Influence is designed to showcase experts whom we trust. Being an expert when you need one is difficult. Making a mistake with an expert is very expensive in terms of time and money. Who has either to burn? So let's find the right expert when you need them. So today we're interviewing Bob Anstine. He's a chief marketing officer. So he's a fractional CMO, which is kind of a new category. And I love the idea of being able to have a marketing guru when I need one. So Bob, let's talk about what marketing is. You've broken it into sort of 4 steps. Let's talk about the first 2.
Sure. Thank you, Kathy. The first 2 I would characterize by the words understanding and creating. When I say understanding, what I mean is really understanding what your customers' needs, issues, problems are that you can help solve. It also means understanding what your competition is up to, the things that they excel at, the things that you can take advantage of to your own benefit. And it also means understanding your own company's real strengths, what you're good at, what's the culture being able to deliver so that you can take advantage of that. Creating then means creating products, services, solutions that will take advantage of what you learned by understanding customers' needs, how to outcompete the competition, and also what your company does well.
Got it. So the first thing I have to do is a little introspection and really look at what it is that I'm doing and how I make myself unique. A lot of times I ask people, one of the things I love to do on a one-on-one networking is, how are you different from your competitors? And all too often, the only answer I get is service. And everybody says service, service, service. And that's not enough in my opinion. So after we do understanding and creating, what's next?
Well, the next 2 components would be delivering the solutions and then also measuring your results. So to delve into that a little bit, delivering means once you understand what's going on with the customer in the marketplace and you've come up with some solutions for them, you figure out the right message to reach the right person at the right time on the right channel. And that's where we typically get into what most people think of as marketing, which could be how your website is structured, what kind of social media you're operating with. Are you going to trade shows? Are you merchandising things? All of those things need to flow out of those first 2 elements. And then the 4th area is also very important, which is measuring the results. Many times I've heard people say, well, I can't get an ROI on marketing. And that's not really true anymore with technology. And we can design programs. So for example, we can follow a lead that goes to sales. And when it generates a sale, you're now able to track the revenue that comes in from that. And if you build the right kind of models up front, you can then see how you're delivering against your business objectives.
That's very true. I think technology has changed a lot. I know one of the websites for one of our dog food companies actually will track you if you've come onto the website and then stopped. It sends you a little message and offers you a coupon and a reason to come back. So the advent of technology combined with the marketing understanding is tremendous. So what about industry concentration? Do you have any?
Well, my experience, I worked at some of the big companies, food and beverage companies, also worked in the packaging industry with consumer packaged goods companies. So I've worked across many industries in that space. I've also had experience in commercial printing, labeling industries, and then through my consulting practice, I broadened that into some of the software categories and even some personal services industries as well.
And then let's talk about your extent of your project. So what kind of work do you do? Can I have you 1 day a week?
Yeah, I typically approach clients, and again, I'm very flexible, but there are 2 main categories. One would be a project where it has a beginning and a formal end to it. Those can take, a couple of months, maybe 3 or 4 months, depending how complex they are. And then the second category would be more of an ongoing part-time CMO, as you described it, where I would work with the marketing team and the rest of the organization several days a month. And we might end up executing what we developed in the project phase, but they don't need my full time at that point. And so we can then work out an arrangement where I can coach their team, I can help manage the execution of the project, and it's a win-win for everybody.
That's great. So a lot of what I hear from my business owners, and we're talking about, successful business owners that are running multi-million-dollar businesses, the first word out of everybody's mouth is, I'm so busy, I'm so busy. So how do you address that with the CEO?
Well, typically when I'm first meeting with them, I like to have what I call a business discussion. And we really don't delve into the marketing stuff all that much at that stage. And this allows me not only to understand what their business issues are, but understand how they like to operate. You know, are they hands-on manager, like a lot of detail? Are they more hands-off, willing to delegate? Once I figure that out, then I can typically tailor the project so that I've had the experience of running large teams. I can work on my own and check in, you know, weekly if that's all they want. On the other hand, if they want a daily check-in to see what we accomplished, we can work out, you know, things to do that as well. So it really is, you know, an important part of understanding how to work with the client that way.
I love it. I love that you're so flexible and attentive to their needs. So how would I find you if I wanted to consider having you work with my company?
Well, my company is Anstine Marketing Solutions. You can reach me at bob@Anstine Marketing Solutions. I'm also on LinkedIn, or if you want to do it the old-fashioned way, please give me a call. My phone number is 203-614-8856.
Terrific. We're delighted to have you in our circle of influence.
It's great to be part of it. Thank you, Kathy.